It was an unusually gray day in the Wild West town. No dust storms, no wind, no chirping birds, just a heavy stillness in the air. Billy sat in front of his house. Jean-Claude was unusually quiet today. Sassy was sitting on her porch, her legs dangling as she stared down at the ground. Something had happened. It all started that morning when Billy knocked on Jean-Claude's hole to see if he wanted to play their usual game, nutball, where they kick around a roasted hazelnut until it cracks. But when Billy called down, Jean-Claude didn't answer like he normally did. Instead, there was a long silence. Then a tiny voice echoed up, quiet and fragile. "Billy, I can't play today." Billy blinked. That never happened. He knelt down. "Jean? Are you okay? Mom and Dad are sick." Billy froze. Jean-Claude never ever brought up his parents. But not today. Billy called Suzy over. She just walked with him quietly. The two of them sat at the edge of Jean-Claude's hole. He eventually poked his pink head out. They got this real bad bug," Jean-Claude whispered. "The doctor worm says maybe they don't get better." Suzy blinked. Billy's stomach dropped like a rock into a canyon. Jean-Claude's body trembled. He curled into a little pink spiral. I should have known. I should have known something was wrong." Billy and Suzy didn't know what to say. They just sat closer to him. Suzy slowly placed her hand near him, not touching, just near. "You didn't do anything wrong," she said softly. Jean-Claude didn't say anything, but he didn't move away. Then came the saddest part. Didier popped up. "Jean-Claude, we're Mom, Dad." Everyone froze. Jean-Claude slowly turned to his baby brother. "Mom and Dad are resting." Didier blinked. "Why?" "I don't know," he shouted, and then, for the first time anyone had ever seen, Jean-Claude began sobbing. Loud, messy, worm sobs. His face crunched up and tears spilled out like waterworks. He buried himself into Billy's fur. Even though worms don't usually hug, Billy held him. Suzy cried too, quietly, but deeply. She wiped her nose on her dress. She hated seeing her friends in pain. Didier didn't understand why everyone was crying, but he sat down beside his brother and leaned against him anyway. "Mom, Dad, come back soon," he whispered, as if it were a promise. Soon, Sahur. The rest of the episode was quiet. No music, no gags, no cheering up. Just Billy and Suzy spending the whole day helping Jean-Claude with whatever he needed. They cleaned up his hole, made him warm tea, even though worms don't really drink tea. Suzy made him a drawing that said, "You're not alone." Billy gave him his favorite shiny rock he usually kept hidden in a tin box. And they sat with him through the evening. Nobody smiled. Nobody laughed. But nobody left. The last scene was just the four of them watching the desert sky turn purple, huddled together on the ground. No stars. Just quiet. And they all lived happily ever after. The end.